This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, your world leader in optics since 1917. In this week's episode of Nikon's Birding Adventures, we're taking you to Honduras for part 2 of our birding adventure in this avian-rich country. Honduras has some of the most untouched wilderness in all of Central America, and it also has some fascinating birds. Join us this week as we go in quest of our golden bird, the Resplendant Queztzal. Majestic jaguars and diminutive margays roam vast, pristine tropical rainforests amongst lost cities and Mayan ruins. Immense forested mountains rise from sea level to 8,000 feet. Expansive mangroves are home to countless water birds, monkeys, and manatees. Here is a tropical paradise of crystalline rivers, expansive beaches, and the most pristine coral reefs in the Americas. All of this and nearly 750 spectacular bird species make the country of Honduras one of the most scenic and sought-after birding destinations in all of Central America. Long awaiting discovery by the world's tropical birders, today this Central American country of little more than 43,000 square miles enjoys a steadily increasing avi-tourism presence. Honduras boasts more than 8,500 square miles of protected areas and national parks, and the hope is that through avi-tourism, this number can be sustained or even grown in the future. The approximately 750 bird species in Honduras range from the magnificent electric blue lovely cotinga to the massive and regal harpy eagle, and to the diminutive and endemic Honduran emerald. With over 70 raptor species, over 40 hummingbird species, 8 trogons, and 7 motmots, this country has some of the most charismatic birds waiting to be discovered by visiting birders.
It's really good to have you here at the Panacam Park today. It's just super to have people from all over the world coming and visiting us and getting to know the hidden treasure that we have here in Honduras, which is birding.
There are few birds that are more emblematic of the neotropics than the toucans and the arasaries, or the ramphastids. And today we're at Panacam Lodge. This is in the Cerro Azul Mountains, or the Blue Mountains, and this place has got a really nice tower, and it's the top of this tower where you can see a lot of these toucanettes, arasaries, and toucans. There are 5 species of toucans, toucanettes, and arasaries in Honduras, and we've been very fortunate this morning at Panacam to get 3 of those 5 species. We've had the keel-billed toucan with that bright banana-shaped bill, and when it's flying it almost looks as though the bird's following its bill. Its bill is, almost half the length of the body. And then we've also had the beautiful collared arasaries as well. These are smaller sort of toucans with these nice big bills, very bright colors. And then we've been very lucky here to get the brilliantly colored emerald toucanet as well. Well, we've had a very productive morning at the tower at Panacam. We're now going to head down and start birding amongst the cabins, because right amongst the cabins is some very good birding. It's on the fringes of the primary sort of forest here, and there's a lot of secondary growth, and this is where we get a lot of good species coming down to that secondary growth as well. Oh, beautiful red passerini tanager. That's one of the largest species of tanager here. Bright crimson red, stunning bird, very common over much of Central America. In the same tree we've got golden hooded tanagers as well. In fact, no, it's just hopped into the other tree over there. Golden hooded tanager. Very beautiful tanager with a nice
sort of golden head and then beautiful blue body. A little bit of black on it as well. Stunning bird. Well, we've had a pretty productive morning birding around the cabins. We've had chestnut-headed oripendulas. We've had 3 species of woodpecker. We had golden-fronted woodpecker, lineated woodpecker, and a glimpse of pale-billed woodpecker as well. There's also very good wood creepers around the cabins. We've had northern barred wood creeper. We also had some nice white-bellied emeralds feeding in the flowers.
Panacam Park, the Blue Mountain National Park, is really an exciting place. I think it's a place to visit, and we're excited that you're here.
This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917, and by Hobie Mirage Drive Kayaks. Enjoy nature effortlessly.
Dame Jack Spring, Dame Jack Spring, Warak ingin tuteki, tenuturir cinamo, te tocare cuchuchu.
This is Pico Bonito National Park. Close to 480 species of birds have been recorded in this magnificent park. To give you an idea, this mountain range is called the Nombre de Dios mountain range, and it's the 3rd highest peak in Honduras. With this high peak, up to 8,000 feet in elevation, comes all these different elevations of forest, where you can find a treasure trove of avian delights. Let's go exploring. It's early morning and we're at the Toucan Tower in Pico Bonito National Park. And this tower should really be called the lovely Katinga Tower, because this place is without doubt the very best location on planet Earth to see the lovely Katinga. Got a stunning male lovely Katinga perched right up on top of one of the trees here, just next to the Coloradito River. The scenery is spectacular here. We've got the roaring river below us, and we've got all these tall gallery trees, and we've got an amazing vista over all the gallery trees here. These lovely Katingas at certain times of the year come down in nice numbers here. And in fact, you've seen, I think, 18 in one tree or something at one time.
Sometimes it's too many Cotingas, and you can see some tree like a Christmas tree, but with Cotingas. This is something amazing.
Wow, what a stunning bird, huh? It really is beautiful. That bright, bright blue. And the female is very different looking. The female's quite drab in plumage, and it's a great example of really severe sexual dimorphism in these birds. The male's bright, bright blue and the female's very drab. The lovely Katinga is somewhat of a mystery because very little is known about its life history and its habits. For example, there has never ever been a nest found of this bird in the whole of Honduras. And so very little is known. At some times of the year it's a high elevation species, and then at other times of the year it comes down in quite big numbers, right down to about 500, 600 feet above sea level. If it wasn't for their bright colors, they would be very, very unassuming because they have a very soft voice. It's almost inaudible. And so you really have to be at a spot like this Toucan Tower with a great vista over all the canopy trees to even see this bird. Yes, well, that was a lifer for me. Lovely Katinga. Well done, my friend. That's awesome. And I can tell you something, this is a bird that birders from all over the world come specifically to Pico Bonito National Park to see. We've got a beautiful striped-tailed hummingbird over here. This is a bird that's very rare in Honduras, and in fact it only got onto the Pico Bonito list a few years ago. They're very readily identifiable by their rufous wing patches on their shoulders. And they've also got, when they spread their tail, they've got a nice stripe on the outer edges of their tail. And in fact, they're often confused with rufous-tailed hummingbird because the underside of the tail is also rufous. And when you see it flying, you see that rufous color and you think immediately rufous-tailed hummingbird. Well, watch out, because you could be lucky and find a stripe-tailed hummingbird instead. This is a very rare hummingbird for Honduras, violet-headed hummingbird. It's also very unique because it's monotypic. It is the only species in its genus, and its genus name is Queztzal. Really cool, violet-headed hummingbird. It's got a beautiful little white spot behind the eye, and it's quite a small hummingbird, hey?
So in this moment I'm going to show you one of the special owls that we have in Honduras. So I have a surprise for you.
What is it? What type of owl?
How I told you, it's a surprise. So let's go.
What have we got? What? These are screech owls, huh?
Yes, vermiculated screech.
Vermiculated screech owls. They're gorgeous.
Look at that. How I told you, it's a beautiful surprise.
Wow.
It's one of the most difficult owls to see in
Wow.
whole Central America.
Vermiculated screech owls. We've got two color morphs as well. There's a brown color morph sitting to the right, and on the left is the gray color morph. Vermiculated screech owl. Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
And as you can see, this is one of the owls that have green eyes, as you can see.
Wow. That is spectacular. Vermiculated screech owls. These are tiny little eared owls. They've got very prominent ear tufts, and they're very, very aggressive. They've got these piercing eyes, and they'll feed on small birds, little rodents, lizards. What a spectacular owl. And they're just roosting up here. How did you find these?
These owls, this species in particular, keep around flying and flying. So I was looking from tree to tree, and I finally find it here.
Wow, that is magnificent. Gee, what a sighting. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917.
And sponsored in part by Manfrotto, complete solutions for photographers and videographers. Visit manfrotto.us. And by Pelagic Polarized Sunglasses.
We are in the Copán market. This is the place where you can find every kind of the food, but the special in this place is pupusa. It's a lot of food. Everybody comes to this market just for eat pupusa. It's like a corn tortillas with cheese, beans, and everything that you can put inside it. It's a delicious food, man.
Pupusas.
We say that we are making hungry now, because we are looking many food around, so we are ready to eat right now. Every food in Honduras need to have frijoles or beans, my friend. Chicken pupusas and cheese pupusas.
I would like to try your pupusa.
Pupusa. That's why these pupusas are the best pupusas in this country and in the world, man. Thank you for letting me try your pupusa. She needs another taco. She's ready for it another taco. The best food in the world.
So this morning we're at Lionel's house. We're at about 5,500 feet in the cloud forest, and we're going in search of Resplendant Queztzal, having a quick breakfast prepared by Lionel, and then we're going to head up very, very steep incline for about an hour. We're going to walk straight up and try and find the Resplendant Queztzal. Lionel's dog wanted to come with us, but he had to get shooed back home. No dogs allowed with the Resplendant. You know, Honduras has one of the highest rural populations in Central America. A lot of people living in these rural areas. And even at this altitude, right up at 5,500 feet, we've got quite intensively farmed slopes of the mountains here. And it's for this reason that the Honduran government has made every peak above a certain height a national park in the country. And that's very important for the protection of this iconic bird. Well, Resplendant Queztzal does not make it easy. The altitude here, we're already feeling the effects, and we've got to go higher and higher until we get to the spot where the Resplendant Queztzal likes to hang out. Whew! But I tell you something, it is beautiful. We're looking back, we're right in the clouds here, right on the upper edges of the cloud line here. We're looking down into the valley. Really beautiful. Such beautiful views from up here. We're looking down on Yohoa Lake, and then to the right there, these rays coming through the mist, hitting the tops of the mountains. It's absolutely spectacular. Ah, what are those? Raspberries. Huh. A little bit of energy. Those are sweet. Real good. The flower of this plant is the favored food of the green-throated mountain gem, which is a regional endemic found here and only a few other Central American countries in the highlands. Got a good taste, that hummingbird. So, destination Resplendant Queztzal is right up there. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917, and by Hobie Mirage Drive Kayaks. Enjoy nature effortlessly. We have found what is arguably the most beautiful bird in the Western Hemisphere, the Resplendant Queztzal. What a stunning bird. These Resplendant Quetzals are named for an old Aztec word, Quetzal, meaning tall, upright feather. And they look as though they're this tall, upright green feather. And that's how they got their name. Resplendant Quetzals were first discovered in 1832 by a Mexican ornithologist and naturalist called Pablo de la Llave. And he described this bird in Mexico, and then it was found in other parts of Central America, always in the highlands. What a magnificent bird. They are sexually dimorphic, so the males look totally different from the females, much redder on the belly, this bright iridescent green, and when they get into breeding plumage, those tail streamers can get to over 2 feet long, those long, elegant tail streamers, and they'll use those to attract the females, and then they'll nest in a cavity in a tree. What spectacular birds. You know, I got up here and we've been waiting for hours and hours, and I remember looking for this bird in Costa Rica and really struggling for it as well. It's very unobtrusive, and it often sits with its back to you. And I climbed right to the top of the mountain here, and I found one of the birds in this tall gallery forest, and it flew down, and I just got a glimpse of it, and then it went right to the top of a tree, and I lost it, and then it flew again, and I think it was a female because it had kind of like a little bit of red on the belly, but not a lot, and it flew down and disappeared, and I thought, oh man, that's it, we're never going to get to see this bird. You know, Lionel comes up here to this site. This is where the birds come to feed habitually, and he's seen 6 Resplendant Quetzals in this one tree, feeding on the fruit. The Quetzal has a very, very important place in pre-Columbian Mesoamerican history. And, you know, the Aztec and the Maya, both those people revere the Quetzal as the god of the sky. It holds a lot of importance to the people of this area, both in times gone past and now today, when hordes of ornithologists are flocking to places like Honduras to see this, arguably one of the most beautiful birds in the world. Finally, that took ages. Resplendant Queztzal in Honduras, our golden bird for this episode.